Hey guys, you got Sean and Chris with Talking Through the Movies. Today we got a little bit of a different thing kind of going. Um, we've been kind of collectively been discussing this for on and off for some time, but it's kind of coming out into the media now, and they're starting to talk about it en masse. So we're going to go ahead and put our little 2 cents in there about this. And this is not something I really like talking about because I'm always kind of a positive kind of individual, but unfortunately there does ring a little bit of truth to this, and kind of feels a little bit like the death of my childhood in a little bit way talking about this kind of thing. But we are talking about the descent of Adam Sandler's peak, unfortunately, and it looks like it's kind of coming to a head, and we are seeing the dramatic numbers falling on progressively as he goes on with his movies. And we're going to go ahead and go over some stuff about that. And what's your 2 cents on this, Chris?
Sad day here, Sean. I'm actually going through all of my movie collections. I can't find one Sandler movie in this roster here, but only because I only have a collection of comic book movies. It's not a very fair thing. I actually have a lot of and seen a lot of, if not all of, Sandler's movies, and you try to deny it, and you over and over again, you keep giving a chance after chance after it's like that bad relationship, where the woman is like really abusive to you, and all your friends are telling you, man, it's not gonna work out, man. You need to move on. You can do better, man. You're like it's not that simple, okay? It's
You
not
still
that simple.
understand.
Get it, man. She's got my CDs in her truck, I mean, it's a sad day. Hold on one second here. I gotta get something off the screen. There's like I don't know what the hell that was, but it seems like every movie that he's been coming out with lately, since about what, 2007, 2008, 9 or something. It's just been, like you said, it's been on a downward trajectory as far as quality, comedy, whatever you want to
Just
call it.
sheer numbers. He's just not bringing in the money that he was. And
He's
I
not.
hate to say it. I hate to say it because Adam Sandler, that's my
Yeah,
boy.
you still think about the Water Boy. You still think about all
Yeah,
those classics, and it's
man.
like he
Yeah,
changed it, the game. So
yeah.
yeah, it's weird.
And actually, you know what? True story. Before I watched any Adam Sandler movies, I actually remember me and my friend Ricky listening to his really vulgar audio tapes that he used to put out.
Mm.
That's what I knew him from. I didn't know him as a movie star, and actually, I think the first movie I ever saw him in was terrible. It was like something that came out in the late '80s, about him working on board a cruise ship or something. I don't even remember what it was called, but it was terrible. But then like you said, he came out with like, Waterboy and Little Nicky and
Billy
Anger
Madison.
Management and Airheads. And actually, Airheads was the first big movie I saw him in, and I love that movie. Got Brendan Fraser, Steve Buscemi, uh, and Adam Sandler at his prime. And everybody remembers Adam Sandler from Saturday Night Live as
Yeah,
Opera Man. He was funny. As I really hate to even talk about this because it's kind of depressing to me a little bit. But
yeah, he even came back for the anniversary to do Opera Man, and
oh, did he?
yeah, and you know what? And I had to admit, even though the character was funny back in the day, I don't know if it's because of the stench of the bad movies, I guess, or the low budgeting movies, or performing movies lately. Even seeing him, even I'm laughing at everybody else returning doing old characters. The second Adam Sandler got on stage, I'm just like, I don't know what it was. I was just like stone faced. Like I was like, this is not funny anymore. I don't know if somebody put a curse on him or something. I don't know. It's like everything he's doing is supposed to be cracking me up. It's just not doing it anymore. And now I guess that's why we decided to title this one WTF Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
Like what
Now,
is going on
now,
here?
let me ask you something before we delve into this. And you don't have to be hard set on this, but this is an interesting question nonetheless. And I'm asking myself this right now, and honestly, I can't figure out the answer to this.
All right.
Should Adam Sandler retire from acting in movies?
No, absolutely not. And I give you one major reason. It's because of the movie he did with Don Cheadle,
Reign
Rain
over
on
me.
Me, Rain Over
Reign over
Me.
me. Yeah.
I mentioned this in the when I talked about the Pixels movie on the box office results. He would benefit big time just doing what Jim Carrey did, what a lot of comedians have done. Robin Williams, a lot of great comedians.
Tom Hanks.
diverse, yeah, Tom Hanks, yeah, it worked out big time for him. They diversified themselves. They dove into other forms of acting styles, which is like drama or something. If you're lucky enough, even action. I mean, it worked out for Bruce Willis. I mean, Bruce Willis started out doing a lot of comedies. And then what was that movie the last comedy I remember Bruce Willis doing was Blind Date, where he was the
Hudson Hawk or something.
And it was, I don't know if he the star in that or was he the crazy boyfriend? I couldn't remember.
In what?
In Blind Date.
Oh,
I couldn't remember if he was.
I honestly have no idea.
Yeah, he was. I think he was on a blind date with Michelle Pfeiffer. And her crazy ex-boyfriend kept harassing and stalking them the whole night.
Death Becomes Her. I think that was the last comedy type.
Yeah, for Bruce Willis, and then he made the switch to action, and it stuck. So it's possible, but I don't see Adam Sandler as the next big action guy. But drama, he's proven that he can do it, and I don't know why he doesn't take this. If he doesn't take the results of Pixels as a sign that he needs to think about going into some more drama, and I'm telling you, if he delivers the way he delivered on Reign Over Me for the next couple of movies, he'll have an Oscar. I put money on that one.
Adam Sandler getting the Oscar
for Best Actor. I will put money on it today. If Adam Sandler said, I'm going to do nothing but drama for the next 5 years, I say he's going to get at least an Oscar nod.
Let me ask you this. And I know I'm not the only one. Did the end of Click get you kind of man-teary?
I saw Click. I can't remember how it ended.
It was sad, man. Because it's a comedy, but
who gave him the remote control? Who was that guy who gave him the remote?
I believe it was the guy. Oh my God! I know. I can see his face.
Was it God? Was it God? I think it was God.
No, it was. Oh man, I love this guy too.
Chevy Chase? It wasn't.
No. Hold on a second. Give me a second.
I think about Hot Tub Time Machine.
No, he's been in a ton of movies.
It was an older dude with
It's Christopher Walken.
It was. Okay.
Yeah, and I'm like, I know this guy. Yeah, everybody's always impersonating Christopher Walken.
I got a fever, and it's for more cowbell.
Really explore the room. Explore. Yeah. Trust me, guys. You'll be wearing golden diapers.
Yeah, he's got that unique voice. I feel like that's not even a real accent. He made that accent up. That's all him.
Yeah. Anyway, Christopher Walken.
I can't remember the end of Click.
He dies. He dies, but then I think he allows him to go back and redo something.
Okay. Dude, I can't remember.
There's that scene where he's like old and he's in the hospital and his family.
Oh yeah.
And he walks out. He's like walking in the rain and shit, and he falls in the puddle, and he's like ah, and he's screaming at his family to come talk to him because he's like laying on the ground, and then he dies.
Yeah, because he wasn't having a good connection. Yeah, he didn't have a connection with his family.
Yeah, he wasted.
Yeah. No, I don't think I drew out the dew tears on that one.
That was it was a surprising for me. It was very surprising how sad the end of the movie was.
Yeah, he was sitting there in the rain. He was telling them the family needs to stay together and all that. Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
surprisingly sad for a funny movie for me personally. I thought that was. I was like, wow, that was actually a lot more emotional than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of, I thought it was going to be fun for the whole film. I thought it was going to be fun. Like throwing the popcorn down. Damn it.
So, yeah, I think I kind of agree. I think he needs to take a step back from doing just stupid comedy.
The slapstick stuff, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he had his heyday, and he was great, and he's done a lot of funny movies, but I think you're right. I think maybe he needs to make that transition. he's been in enough movies. He's got a lot of experience. I think he can, or maybe he needs to step out of it completely and just see if he can make his own movies. You know, like who knows?
He is producing as well. I mean, most of the movies that he comes out with, he is like the executive producer. But so I mean, it's not like he can't make money. I just think he needs to just like you said, just take a step back, try something different, and see what happens. Because like I said in the other video, you know for sure, Adam, that if you stay on this path, you know the likelihood of it continuing to go downward. You don't know what's going to happen with drama. It might be worse, but
it can't get much worse.
I mean, you never know. I mean, you never know.
I mean, it's almost like, and again, I feel bad saying this, but it's like now it's kind of, and again, guys, for those of you watching, we've actually talked about this over the years, but now it's becoming a bit of a joke, and I feel bad for the guy because they're just bashing the hell out of this guy in the headlines, and I don't think
it's starting to become a cool thing now to bash on Adam Sandler now. It's weird. And people are forgetting that. I mean, even on the producing side, he gave us one of, you know what? Just in honor of Adam Sandler, I'm gonna watch when we're done with this. I'm gonna get on Netflix. I'm gonna watch Grandma's Boy. I mean, he wasn't even in that movie. Only his voice was, and it's still killer stuff, man. That movie was hilarious. So I mean, if he takes a step back, he only produces, or if he goes to drama, do both. I say Adam for the comedy, just produce. Put whoever's hot right now.
He's got a good sense of humor. It's just that he needs to change it up, man. Throw something in the mix. Dude, step back for a little bit, like we said, and try some different shit. Throw us for a surprise, you know, like, whoa, I never would have thought he would have been in this movie. And you know,
do the sequel to Amistad or something, you know, something like, you never see that one coming.
I think we should honor him in retrospect and nostalgia, and just for our paying his respect, I've got a couple. For those of you who have not followed this guy's career, we've got a couple written down here that I feel were some of his better movies. What about you, Chris? You ring some off the top of your head?
Well, it always begins and ends with Waterboy. That's my favorite Adam Sandler movie. It's a lot of people's favorite.
I was working at the movies when that came out. I remember how crowded those showings always were. That was I think that broke records when it came out for comedies. I believe, if I remember correctly, it was huge. All the shows were sold out.
I wouldn't doubt it. That movie was just magic in a bottle, man. Firing, they say on all four cylinders. No, screw that. I mean, it was like 25 cylinder. That thing was just on every aspect. It was just hilarious. It wasn't for everybody, but
is that the movie where the line "You can do it" comes from?
That's where that came. That's the first time that one came out. That movie was a job creator, man. That movie started. It really put his team out there to branch out and do their own things. That movie started it all.
That was a good movie. So yeah, I had that on my list too. The Waterboy, great movie. It's and actually because there's no real special effects in it, it still holds up well. Take a look at it. Other ones, we got Happy Gilmore. That's really funny too. If you guys haven't seen it, you could see him get his ass kicked by Bob Barker, I believe.
Oh yeah. The price is wrong, bitch.
He gets beat up by an old man on the golf course.
But Bob Barker in real life knows karate. He's a black belt.
What?
Yes, that's what made that scene so much funny. Bob Barker is not to be messed with.
Like, put up your dukes. Put up your dukes. It's the 20th.
Have a kangaroo in there.
Yeah. Another one I had, and I hadn't seen this since it came out, but I remember laughing a lot when it came out, was The Wedding Singer. I thought that was funny.
Classic. First time that him and Drew Barrymore worked together, right?
Yeah, old Drew. She's priceless and ageless. Now, one that came out not too long ago, I'd say probably this next one is the funniest one, I think, the funny movie.
On his recent movies?
Yeah, and it's called You Don't Mess with the Zohan. A lot of people bashed the crap out of this movie, but honestly, I thought it was funny. I mean,
that would have been one of the last real good ones, and then after that, that's when his downward trajectory probably started. Because I remember when the Zohan came out, people quoting it and repeating it over and over again.
I want to make the world silky smooth.
Yeah, with the whole what did he say? Like Like, smell it, smell it, smell it. Now take
Now
it.
take it, take it. And he's like, was that your foot? He's like, that movie was
Yeah.
funny, man.
That movie, yeah, that
was
movie,
good.
yeah, I wouldn't put that on the list of bad ones.
That's in the good ones.
That's on the good list. Yeah.
Yeah. So we talked about Click, Waterboy, Happy Gilmore, The Wedding Singer, You Don't Mess with Zohan. One Chris had brought up earlier. This is probably his best acted movie by far, in spades. The one with Don Cheadle, Reign Over Me, about a guy who, I think he lost his entire family
During the 9/11.
attacks.
Yeah.
And that's a hard. And then I don't remember that movie coming out a really long time after 9/11. It was a couple of years, but.
It was weird. It was like right after 9/11, movies about 9/11 were just popping out. Hollywood was like, it felt like they were capitalizing on it, man. It was weird.
And we can have another list about the good 9/11 movies that came out.
Yeah.
I've got some, but anyway, yeah. So everybody knows and loves it, and probably my second, I think probably second or third favorite, Little Nicky. I love that movie. Little Nicky.
He got that weird accent to me. Yeah.
My father hit me in the face with a shovel.
That dog. Who was the voice of the dog? That was the parrot from Aladdin?
I'll have to check that out. I honestly don't remember.
Gilbert Godfrey? Was that Gilbert Godfrey?
It might have been. I just remember when Nicky came to Earth for the first couple times, he kept getting killed and just like kept. And there at the end,
watch out for buses or something like that.
He's like, Popeye's chicken's fucking awesome. It was like the chicken. So another good one, and probably my second favorite one. What was it? Airheads.
Yeah.
That was the first one I saw. The first big movie I saw him in. We also have Anger Management.
You got Anger Management. Him and
Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson. Yeah.
And
so pretty.
yeah, oh so pretty. And the Longest Yard. Those are the movies I enjoyed him in. And I know there's some other ones. I
was thinking about Big Daddy the whole time.
Big Daddy and Billy Madison and all that. Those were funny too.
Yeah. I mean, a roster of just funny as hell movies, and then his latest stuff started to come out, and people just started to. I think it all began with the whole. I think it started off with the one he did with Seth Rogen, the Funny People, which was funny. It was called Funny People.
I never even saw that.
It focused on MySpace, the website MySpace. And it, like I said, it was about comedians in a movie called Funny People, and nothing really funny happened in it. I mean, I think the funniest line that came from that movie was from RZA from the Wu-Tang Clan. Out of that whole movie, he was not a comedian. Like, but I think the movie that started all, I think his downward trajectory was Grown Ups. If you ask me, I mean, ever since he started that,
and that had an all-star cast. That should have been.
It was a hit. I mean, because it spawned a sequel. But I'm thinking ever since he went in that direction, every movie he started coming out with afterwards. The one with him and playing him and his twin sister.
Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill. I mean, it's just like a waste. A bunch of movies are just like a waste of time. And we'll build up to the latest one, but I just want to get these out of the way first. What was it, Jack and Jill? You have any more on the list since the Grown Ups 2? I
didn't see Grown Ups 2.
I saw Grown Ups 1 and 2. I thought the first one was better than the second one, and it's just like I said, I feel like if Grown Ups 1 would have just stood alone, it would not be on this list of the ones that are the bad ones. But since to me, I'm tying in Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2 together into one movie, which is now dragging the whole thing down. If Grown Ups would have stood by itself, I would say it would have been one of the good ones. But no, the whole thing, no, I didn't like it as a combo pack.
I think the last one I saw with him was in the one that called The Cobbler, I believe it was. Is where he's a shoemaker, and I'm not sure if you've seen this one, Chris.
Not yet.
I wanted to really like this movie, and there's some good parts in it, but it's like the movie gets confused with itself. What kind of movie do I want to be? I mean, there's some serious parts, there's some drama parts, some cheesy parts. The movie can't make itself up. It just does not know where it's going
to land.
Yeah, like it's like if you're gonna be a comedy, do comedy. I mean, certain movies, like Big. Big has got all kinds of weird directional stuff going, but it worked.
Comedy, drama, and it all fit. It all made sense.
This movie does not work, and I can count on one hand the number of times where I was laughing. So honestly, I'd have to.
So you wouldn't call it a drama or a comedy? What would you put it? What would you fit it in? If you had to squeeze that puzzle piece in, what would you put it in?
I'd say it's trying to be a comedy. It's just not funny enough for me to consider it to be a comedy. It's just not. I mean, it's not serious enough to be a drama, not funny enough to be a comedy. It's just like almost like an experiment. Like he's just like, screw it, let's try something different.
Like something that some new film student was trying to come up with in his first try.
Yeah, I mean, but the basis of the movie is he's like a shoe guy, and and he's got like this machine. And the bot, like, I think he loses power, or the machine he regularly uses breaks, and so he like has to pull this old thing out of his family. And he like owns a family business. It's been in his family for a long time. So
now, Sean, before you continue, let me ask you this: when the whole thing shuts down, at any point does he make a wish and a bunch of elves come out and fix the shoes?
No.
Oh, well, I'm really not going to watch it now.
Yeah, but he does have like a magic shoe machine thing that. So basically what happens is whatever person's shoes he works on with this machine, if he puts those person's shoes on, he becomes physically that person.
Like he'll see himself as that person, or he
will physically look like that.
Like
person.
His body changes, he'll
look exactly like the person whose shoes they are, and he kind of uses that, which sounds kind of clever, and he kind of uses that, and I think is it Method Man? I think Method Man is in this movie, if I'm not mistaken. It's not Redman. I think it's Method Man, and he's like an asshole in the movie. Sorry, guys. And he uses the guy's shoes to work it to his advantage. And there's some clever parts in the movie. I wish they had just. It's like somewhere through the writing they kind of got diverted or something, or I don't know. They fired somebody from the writing team. I don't know, but it just didn't work. But I wanted it to, so I'd have to say no. Down with the cobbler.
That premise sounds like something that would have been a good movie. Like I can see him putting some shoes on to take down some corporate guy or some main antagonist or something.
Well, he kind of does. That's.
Did I just happen to figure out the plot on my own based on the description? Okay, well then, wow.
But and the stupid, like, one of the shoes he found, because he, like, once he realizes...
Spoiler alert!
Spoiler alert. Once he realizes what he can do, he starts trying on all these other shoes to see who he can look like, and one of the times he, like...
Does he ever puts on high heels?
He does, and it's a drag queen, the big-ass, huge drag queen.
Oh, wow.
And he also puts on, like, a dead guy's shoes, and like... And
does he die?
No, he just looks like a zombie. He's like, he's dead! He's dead! And, like, he freaks out, and he takes them off real quick. But he uses those shoes, the high heels and the dead guy's shoes, to his advantage later on. So.
Oh wow! Oh, I mean, everything about that sounds like it should work. But every report, and now I respect your opinion more than a lot of these critics that's been in the business for years. If you're saying that it's not that great, then I'm taking your word for it. You haven't steered me wrong yet. But all that being said, that comes to his latest, attempt, and now I guess that brings us to today, the release of Pixels, which I have not seen yet.
I have not seen either, guys.
And based on the reports, I probably will not. I'm not encouraging anybody. I'm gonna go out and you know what? People wanted to. People thought that after what happened, last week, that it was gonna affect box office numbers, but it really didn't. A lot of movies went like they had an upward trajectory, some good numbers came out. It's the critics and the fans who've seen it. They all are on the same sheet of music, man. They're like, this is just, it looked awesome on the trailer. The delivery was not there, and I'm just gonna wait till it comes out on video. Or I said tape, VHS.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, and that's another list we could do. And I think I've even seen these out there too before. But when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I want to put my 10 on there. The 10 best trailers that were better than the movies themselves.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to do that. That has to happen fast.
I hate that, when you go see this movie, the trailer, and you're like, this is gonna be epic, and you go watch, and you're like, All
like,
of the parts were in the trailer. It's like I could have just watched the trailer.
it was supposed to be fun. No, like, oh, I mean, I'll give you a sneak preview. Here's the trailer to that episode, guys. Transformers, the last three.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, I mean, that whole bait and switch thing that you feel like that they pull on, they put it all in the trailer, or they gave away the plot. I was able to figure out. Oh hell, I was able to figure out.
Yeah, I don't like it when they do that. But anyway, I mean, we're running off on a tangent here. So
yeah,
Pixels.
Yeah, I mean, you got a good cast in there. I could have done what. Here's what threw me off on the Pixels trailer was the fact that he recast his friend from Grown Ups, the guy from Paul Blart. What's his name? Mall Cop.
Oh yeah.
I didn't see why he had to be in the movie. I mean, you've already done 2 movies with the guy, and the one that didn't do that great with the Grown Ups and Grown Ups 2. Why put him in this one? And I don't know, but
trying to get him some money.
Yeah, I mean the casting of Dinklage was brilliant. I want to see Peter Dinklage in anything. I mean, he's a great actor.
Oh yeah, the guy from Game of Thrones.
Yeah. What else? Every time I saw him on the trailer, because he was just cracking me up. I mean, he was I think he was a Donkey Kong expert. He kept going ooh, 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 like that. He was like playing 2 arcades at the same time. He's all like,
that guy's actually not even. A lot of people watch Game of Thrones don't even realize that this guy's actually he's from New Jersey. He's not He's not British.
No,
yeah, a lot of people think. Yeah, everybody I talk to about the show, they're like, I love that little British midget. It's like,
dude,
he's American. He's from Jersey.
He's like a dude from Jersey. No, the first time I was introduced to Peter Dinklage was on a couple episodes of Nip Tuck, so I knew he was American.
I love that show.
Yeah.
I love that show. I got all that on DVD.
Yeah. Nip Tuck was the first time I was introduced to him, so I knew that he was a solid actor then. I'm happy as hell that he was able to break from TV to movies and be accepted. It's still going off a topic, but real quick, when he was in Days of Future Past on the X-Men, they didn't write that character for a little person at all, and he won the role. And the thing that I loved what they did on that movie was they didn't then after deciding, okay, we're going to give it to Peter Dinklage, let's now make the character a little person who happens to be in this corporate. No, he played that character like, I mean, they never called out the fact that he was a little person. They never acknowledged it. They stuck with the script as it was. They treated him normally like they should have, and they executed it perfectly. And he delivered it that way too. I mean, that was awesome. I love Peter Dinklage, but I'm afraid to watch him in Pixels, and I'm afraid that it's gonna make me think differently of him. Like, why did you pick this movie?
Honestly, I don't want to see it, but I think I will. I'm not gonna go to. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna go see this at the movies, and because it's getting such. But I will watch it. I will watch it.
Yeah.
I hope it's good a little bit. I hope it's good. I don't ever want any of these guys to have a terrible movie, but I'm expecting, unfortunately.
Yeah. You never want to go. You don't go to the movie. Hope. Who the hell? Why would you want to?
Why would you want to go?
This makes me upset about some movie fans. I mean, I understand you're hardcore movie fans out there.
Trolls, man.
And you want exactly. Why would you want to troll? You're not doing anything to these actors' careers. You're not doing anything to the movie theater. You're doing this to your own pockets. You're going deep into your pocket. You're pulling out that $10 and you're saying, I want to waste my money on a movie that I'm going to hate, going into it hating before I even watch it. Like, why would you even do that to yourself? I mean, it's like you're not even going to give the movie a chance. Even if I feel like the movie is going to be terrible, I take that off. I take that hat off. I walk in
with an open mind.
Yeah, with an open mind, hoping that I'm going to have a good. And there's been times when I've gone to a movie knowing I knew it was going to be terrible, coming out like pleasantly surprised, like, wow, that movie blew me away. I didn't think it was going to be that good. Or I'll give you a prime example. When I saw the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie, me and
I love that movie though.
I didn't think it was going to be any good. I mean, I knew it was based on the right. Me and our friend, our gamer friend Jason Rodriguez. We were on. This was back then. When we were single. We were on double dates. and we took these girls to go see that movie. We didn't know what to expect. All three of them, Jason and the two girls, they were bored out of their minds. Me, I came out of there like that was awesome.
Oh, they didn't like it?
They hated it. Like it wasn't for them, like at all. Like, but I'm the one. I bet you. I bet you $1 million now that it's franchised. I bet you all three of them were probably like, oh, I can't wait to see Johnny Depp in the next Pirates movie. Now they're on the bandwagon, right? Yeah, but they didn't get the brilliance of the first one. Like the first one was good, and everybody kind of like dissed it a little bit, and then when it franchised, now it's a cool thing, and then but technically the quality of the movies kind of went down, and as compared to the first one. So, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? But I guess that's what happens. But who else was in Pixels? Sandler, King of Queens guy, Dinklage.
I honestly don't even know the entire cast of this movie. I've only seen bits and pieces. I thought this started off as like a short movie on YouTube somebody had made about the idea of it.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I never seen that either.
I'd be curious to know if that is true, if they involved the guy who did the skit, and if not, they should have.
I know that I remember the fourth guy was the person who was in the movie with Kevin Hart, the wedding ringer. That guy. He was also the voice of the snowman on the small snowman on Frozen.
I didn't see Frozen.
No, but anyway, so there's a topic for the top 10 reasons why Sean should not admit that to a bunch of little girls in a couple in any school ever. Oh man, you get that look big time. You've never seen Frozen? Don't you have a heart? Like no, kids, I don't. But that dude, check it out, man. That was another movie I was expecting. I went and I went into it, but I had my kids with me, and I didn't thinking it's just another Disney movie or whatever. I didn't care too much about it because I didn't know it wasn't anything familiar. Like it didn't feel Disney-esque. But when I walked out of it, that it had to be that "Let It Go" song, man. It got me. I'm sorry. I didn't cry at the end of Click, but I cried at the end of Frozen.
What about what was it, Hanukkah? What was the one that Adam Sandler did, the Christmas movies?
Oh, that was a classic. Yeah, that was a classic. I love that cartoon, man. Him being animated. There's an idea. Go back to animation.
Yeah,
man.
I had forgotten about that.
That movie was. Can you help me out?
Tell your friend Veronica.
It's time for. He's like, can you help me get my car out? I need a little traction. Shut up. Slam the door. That movie. I think he did like all the voices on that one. On that movie,
I suggest if you haven't heard his audio tapes, Chris, you YouTube some of the audio clips. Yeah, those were, and they were so vulgar, man. They were so vulgar. I can't even the funny ones. I can't even say, guys, on this right now.
No, I'll go check it out.
Yeah, but it's I'm cracking myself up thinking about it right now.
I can tell you're thinking about some things. I can see it. But I don't know, man. I guess anyway. Okay, before we sign it off, what kind of advice would you want to give to the man himself? And if Adam Sandler was sitting in front of you right now, what would you say?
Okay. So with all due respect, as for everything and nostalgia and your proven track history in the past, I think that you need to hit the drawing board again and we need to just pretend like none of that stuff happened, okay? We need to completely change this up. Just even if for no other reason, hit us with something that we're not expecting. You had your heyday with the goofy, childish, immature fart jokes and all that stuff. Just let's move on from that. It was good in the 90s. Let's move on from that. Just like if I were to talk to the guys who made Airplane, that was great in the 80s, but that stuff people aren't going to think it's funny now. And that's not trying to take away from that movie or Adam Sandler's previous movies, but it just won't fly with audiences now. And I think so. He should probably try something risky, man. Try out for some some serious roles, something that you probably never would have even thought of before. Just go for it, man. You've got nothing to lose. I mean, you've got money now, but the way we're going now, we're just sliding downhill. We need to put the brakes on and try something different. And that's all I got to say about that.
If I was to give advice, I would say that Adam Sandler should produce a movie directed by the Shamhammer, not Shyamalan.
God, the Wrecking Crew,
starring Mickey Rourke. It would be epic. The biggest comeback in 3 careers. Yeah, 4 careers. The biggest comeback in comeback history. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't know what to say to him. I would say, yeah. My advice from the beginning would be drama. Try some drama, like you said. Try something different. Try some drama.
Shake us up, man. Shock us.
Go on a hiatus. Go on a walk. Go to Australia. Go on a walkabout.
Yeah,
and I'll be there in the background.
Wow.
Yeah. I won't even have one of those sticks. It'll just me being and we'll just figure it out, man. I mean, but yeah, like you said, no disrespect to the man. I mean, the genius is still there. I mean, come on,
the potential has not left the building.
Exactly.
We just need to redirect the stream.
Yeah, exactly. We need to. Hey, just like Egon said at the end, for the whole movie, like, we're not crossing the streams. And then when Dozer was kicking our butts, let's go for it. Let's cross the streams. I'm out of ideas, guys, so let's cross the streams. I felt like that's what Egon was really saying. I don't know. Traps ain't working. We got the car downstairs. I think the marshmallow guy stepped on it. Let's cross the streams. I love this plan. I'm glad to be on board with it. But so yeah, that's what I would say to Adam, and hopefully maybe he'll listen. Maybe he'll listen to the fans. Maybe Pixels will be a wake up call. Maybe he'll give us Pixels 2.
Not gonna happen.
Who knows?
I seriously.
The movie made $24 million, man. It's a lot of money.
Not on a budget of $88 million.
Okay. Like, why is everything about money now? But I'm still, no disrespect to Adam Sandler. I'm still kind of glad that Ant-Man kind of squeaked it out of 2 weeks in a row. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but it beat Pixels by like 60 mil. No, I'm sorry, not 60 mil. 24. They both made 24 mil this week. Pixels 24 million even. Ant-Man 24, and 600,000, something like that. Like it beat it by like 60,000 or something like either 600,000 or 60,000. I think it was 60,000. Like it only beat it by like a few tickets, like one movie theater or something. I don't know. Caused Ant-Man to hold on to the #1 spot, and that nobody was expecting that. Everybody was expecting Pixels to be the #1. They can't even claim it now, and they never will. They were hoping at least to get the #1 spot, so you know those commercials that was gonna run this whole week. The #1 movie in America is Pixels. They were that Pac-Man just chomping on the #1, but it wasn't. But now it's not gonna happen. So back to the drawing board.
I agree. Unfortunately, I think that's completely correct. So we gotta scratch this, forget this, go down a different route. Let's see what he's got in store for us in the future. In the meantime, good luck to you, sir. I wish you the best, Adam Sandler.
I salute you. But oh man, so I guess I'm signing off on that one. Like I said, this was a WTF moment for Mr. Adam Sandler. Maybe we'll do this again. Maybe we'll make this one a regular, repeating monthly.
What the hell's wrong with Adam Sandler?
Like no, not not on Adam Sandler, but I guess on other people. We'll do a WTF for other people.
There you go.
We don't want to just single out Adam Sandler.
Poor Adam.
Come back 365 days later. Damn it, Adam, you did it again. What the heck? Pixels 3, really? But
I'm not gonna lie, I'd watch Zohan 2, even though it'll be stupid and spoofy. I'd still watch that. I'd rather go see Zohan 2 than Pixels.
Hey, I got it. I figured it out.
Or Waterboy 2.
Everybody wants Waterboy 2. I figured it out. Zoolander, Zohan crossover. Boom.
Zohander.
The Zohander. done.
Crossing the streams right there.
There you go. But anyway, let's I'll we'll have to think about that. But in signing off, like I said, this is Mr. Sean Malloy. Awesome job in hosting the very first episode of what. Oh, I almost
WTF.
said it. WTF.
WTF.
Talking through the WTF through the movie. Or whatever we're gonna call it, and you can find us more of our videos right here on YouTube. Become a subscriber, send us comments, let us know what you think. We're always happy to reach out and touch someone legally. And if you want to reach me, you can always catch me on other social medias like Twitter and Facebook. At the Chris Fagan, and on Twitter, and yeah, anytime you want to reach out and send me a comment, let me know. I'm always here, ready to talk through the movie. So let's keep talking. Mr. Malloy, what do you have to say to the great people out there?
Yeah, guys, give us some ideas. Send us some if there's something off the top of your head that you want to hear people debate about and get real passionate. Just give us some ideas. We'll stew over it, and we'll give you our opinion about it, whether you like it or not. So, yeah, hit us up, subscribe. Let's keep the train rolling down the tracks. Until next time, keep going to the movies.